So I'd like to first invite Cheryl McKenzie up. And Cheryl is 43 years old. She weighed 321 pounds when she weighed in. Come on in, grab a chair, Cheryl. She said she can't remember a time that weight hasn't been an issue in her life. She's single and is the business operations manager at an international consulting company here in Edmonton. Very committed to her community and puts in hundreds of hours volunteering, and she's determined to beat Robin this year. She wants to lose 113 pounds. Robin lost 112 last year. Next we have Kim Percy. Hope I get all this information right. We've got Kim coming up. She's 34 years old. She weighed 260 pounds at our weigh-in 2 months ago. She's been married for 10 years. She has 2 children. They're ages 6 and 3. Kim has been overweight, she says, for most of her life, but she'd like to ultimately lose anywhere between 140 and 150 pounds. She is a day-home provider and wants to live a healthier life for herself and her family. And she believes that accountability is the key to success. So she's going to be accountable for the next year, she tells us. So that's Kim Percy. Next is Ashley. Ashley, I've been saying to Ron, you have to say Ashley's last name. Baldeston. Osbaldeston. There we go. I keep saying, Ron, you have to say her last name, so I'm going to learn it. Ashley's 25. She weighed 320 pounds when the challenge started 2 months ago. She has suffered from food addiction, she says, her entire life. She works at a doctor's clinic as a medical office assistant and lives in Sherwood Park. And she had a son when she was 18 with her high school sweetheart. They are engaged to be married, but Ashley says she's not going to jump down that aisle until she can fit in the wedding dress of her dreams. So she wants to lose the weight now so she can get married. We're all going to be at that wedding cheering you on here. Next to Jennifer Burton. And Jennifer's 29 years old. She weighed 264 pounds at the weigh-in. And she says she's always been a bigger girl. She's been teased her whole life and she hates the way she feels when she's overweight. She says she's had high blood pressure from the weight too. She works in accounts receivable and moved here from Newfoundland, and she's going back for a visit this summer and wants to be down about 60 pounds by the time she gets back. We're going to have not just one empty chair, we're going to have Robin fill it in just a moment, but first I want to tell you about our only male competitor that could not be here today, Patrick Conlon. He couldn't be with us because he hurt himself at work. It was a scary story because first he said he had to work and then all of a sudden he got hurt at work, so he's laid up right now. Good news for you girls in a roundabout way, because he can't get to the gym, so that means he might not lose as much weight as he set out to do. He works as a transit operator for the city of Edmonton, and he says that's been his biggest problem. He's a bus driver. So he'll just sit there and munch and munch and munch and never walk, he says. So he has been feeling better, but since this injury now it's going to sideline him. And he wanted me to pass a little something along to not just his competitors, but to you as well. He says what many young people don't realize is aging is a fact, and it creeps up on you very fast. With aging comes a variety of challenges, unique to each individual depending on many factors, and at least one of those being lifestyle. And he said when he found he could not even tie his shoes or go for walks, he knew he had to change. He said it was the same young person on the inside, but not on the outside. So he says he can hardly wait to get back into shape. He's on the couch for a couple of weeks here. His weigh-in was 269 pounds, and he said he's on a good start. I think last time I talked to him, he had lost about 14. So he's doing good, but we've set back just a little bit. We're going to give him a call this week on Easy Rock. All right, I want to introduce you to Robin Halter. Robin's 31. She's a single mom with a 10-year-old daughter. When she started our Biggest Loser Challenge back in January 2009, a year and a couple of months ago, she told us that she used to be very competitive and active, but when she hit 30, had a bit of a meltdown, started gaining weight. She's what many people would refer to as a yo-yo dieter, and when she started our competition, she weighed 300 pounds, and she wanted to lose 150 so she could get a breast reduction and a lot of back pain. And her doctor said, I'm not touching you with a 10-foot pole until you lose about 150 pounds. So she lost 112 pounds in 1 year and was our Biggest Loser 1 winner. Robin, come on up here. You gotta come up to the front. Let's see this body. Look at this one. Could you imagine she was over 300 pounds a year ago? Isn't that something? So I'm going to start with you quickly. Robin, how are you feeling today, a year later?
Oh, I feel fantastic. It's like night and day, yeah.
When I first met Robin, and then we crowned her our first winner just over a couple of months ago, I didn't even recognize her. I walked almost right by her at the gym for the weigh-in going, where's Robin? Where's Robin? You have just, I think, really, for our challengers and people looking here, a great inspiration. Do you feel that way? Are you able to say, look, I did it, and I do want to inspire other people?
Absolutely. You know, even at work, I have people, you know, people get wind of things, and people will come up to you and be like, you really are an inspiration. And, you know, I'm really encouraging people to try and get down to the gym, because where I work, we have a gym. So I go there on my lunch hours, and it's nice to see other people, because, and I'm doing some sessions for at work, because a lot of people have easier time listening to somebody my size than somebody your size.
Thank you very much. I just have to look at food too, and I gain it. But you're right, we all like to hear from people practice what they preach. You know, those little skinny minis there that say bend over and, you know, get 10 times, and you think, you do it, and they can do it like that, and the rest of us have difficulty with it. So you are an inspiration that way. Don't you work with tops as well still?
Yes, I do. I have been the leader for the last year, and it's a lot of time commitment, but it's good. It's hard because people have to get in their own mindset. So a lot of people look at me and they think that I took some sort of magic pill or that they can't do it, but honestly, if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I was up and down in my weight all of my 20s, and you know, I just kind of dedicated to getting it down, and now I just don't ever let it get, I don't ever want to see 200 again. So
what did you do then? I think people want to know. Was it exercise? How did you change your eating habits?
Absolutely. It was, I exercise, and I just have 5 small, sensible meals a day, and I just try and stay away from sugar, because I know one of the girls said she was a food addict. Well, I'm a sugar addict, so once I have sugar, if I have a cookie in the morning, all day I'm looking for more sugar. So I just try and stay away from the sugar, and I mean, obviously I'm not perfect, and I have just been maintaining since I won the contest, and I still want to get down, but at this point, after losing over 100 pounds, my body, it's been nice to have these months to just kind of let like everything,
Yeah, she needs 2 months off just to kick back and have a chocolate bar. I mean, we put her through a lot here, so this is good. All right, we're going to give you a chance to ask Robin any questions too after we talk to our other competitors for year number 2. So, Robin, again, congratulations. You've just done so well, and I know that she's going to lose more and have that surgery that she wants, and be a leader, and for us here on our contest. So, thank you very much. Grab a seat. All right, so that's Robin. We now know that this can happen. And we should let you know there are prizes up for grabs. All of our contestants have been given a year-long membership of World Health, so they are out with their personal trainers. And I hope you're all meeting your trainers on a weekly basis. So they've been given a few tools to help them along the way. They're on the Shoe Slim program, which is a program to help teach them how to eat. They're eating real food, I understand. It's not packaged food or anything. It's real food that you buy in the grocery store, but they're helping them understand what kind of food that they can eat and how much that they can eat. So we're giving them the tools to do it, but they certainly have to have the drive to want to do it. So I'm going to start asking them just a couple of questions and open the floor to you if you have any questions for them as well. So I'm going to start with Cheryl, and we're going to have to play fun with the microphone. So come on up, Cheryl, because we just have the one here. So I'll ask Cheryl a few questions. First of all, how did being overweight affect your life then up until now?
I love to travel. I don't love to get on planes and have to get seatbelt extensions, which was my life. And I don't like to be the person that the person beside me says, I don't want to sit beside her because there's only so much room on the plane. And it affected my business life because I do want to travel for business. Now, even with the weight I've lost, I don't have to do that. I have a seatbelt, everything's fine. 26 pounds has changed that.
26?
Yeah, 26 pounds.
In 2 months?
6 weeks, actually. Yeah. So, people don't think about that. I mean, when you travel on a plane, those seats are not, they're not. I mean, 18 inches is not very wide, especially when you got extra junk in the front. So, that affects what you do in life. I love to travel. I wouldn't be on a plane for the longest time, for work or pleasure.